What is going on, folks? We're back with another Hogwarts Legacy update video. But also, I want to mention that there will be a new download link down below for version 5. There's been a lot of bugs with certain items in that version, so we've done a little bit of work to make sure that they work again. I also, made it so that the Great Hall isn't stuck on the Yule Ball setup, which I know some people really didn't like. My apologies. That should be fixed now. Make sure to grab that in the description. Today, we're taking a look at some stuff we did on stream. I know not everybody watches the streams, and more people watch these kinds of videos. So today we're going to go over some of the things we've done on stream over the last couple of months. So, for those who keep asking about version 5, and not necessarily version 5, but the original Hogwarts, the Deathly Hallows one, people have been asking if there's been any updates or if I want to do any more updates to that castle, and at the moment the answer to that is no, because I don't feel like anything really needs to be changed or updated. I'm kind of full force putting all of my creative energy into this build, and I know the Hogwarts Legacy castle isn't for everybody because not everybody played the game and not everybody really cares about Hogwarts Legacy, but this is where my creative ambitions are right now, and I'm sorry if that doesn't sit pretty with you. I mean, I can only really do so much, and with how much work we put into the Deathly Hallows Hogwarts for over a decade, I feel like it was time to step away for a little bit and work on a new project, which is this, obviously. So I apologize for the people who are not interested in Hogwarts Legacy and don't really care to see updates for this. And for those who do like to see updates for this, thank you, of course. We're gonna get right into it. So today we are using Prisma shaders. You can get these in the marketplace now. I was using them previously uh, from their download on their Discord and their website, but apparently you can get it in the marketplace now, which is awesome for them. Really happy for them. These are some of the best shaders on Minecraft Bedrock, honestly. There's very few that have really good looking water, and this is the one of the few that do. Like, it's still a little bit off Java quality water, but still absolutely stunning. So as we move on, we're going to get into the things that are new. So you've all seen the entrance hall. We've looked at the Great Hall. We've done all that. We've looked through the connector building, and the last update I showed you guys the Grand Staircase Tower. But we have interior now, and it's not a lot of interior, but I think it's some interior you guys are really gonna like. So, firstly, we got the One-Eyed Witch. No, it doesn't look anything like it. Sorry. But, limited space, pretty cramped, all that jazz. In here, we have the entryway to Gryffindor Common Room and the teacher's quarters. The teacher's quarters are not currently worked on, but we will get there at some point. Up here we have some of the battlements, which are above this hallway in the game. As we move on, we get into this little, I guess, giant hallway area. I don't really know what you would call it. It's just kind of like a very fancy hallway. It kind of looks like a ballroom, but it's not quite a ballroom. Coming along here, we have some Hogwarts Legacy paintings, a few extra ones, so that I could continue to flesh them out. Obviously, there's been a myriad of new paintings added to the game over the years, and so, yeah. Here we have a Copper Golem standing in for the frogs that you can interact with that'll teleport you. Obviously, this one teleports you up into the Lost Wands room, which is up there. Down here, if you've played the games, you probably know that this hallway is the one where the band is playing in the paintings. Not all the paintings are 100% accurate, obviously, but, I do have a couple of the instruments in here. Over here, we have a unfinished. At some point, this will open up like it does in the game, but as it stands right now, there's no real reason to until the build itself is done. And so there's this room, which has all the paintings in it. It's a little bit different to in the game because the painting is a little bit more this way in the game. But you know, having to fit the video game interior to the exterior is a little difficult, and I will explain that by showing you this. So this door in-game leads you to the bridge that leads to the clock tower. Now, in the game, this is flush with the ground. I had to put stairs here, otherwise there would be no stairs here, which kinda stinks, but the fact of the matter is, sometimes concessions have to be made in order for things to look how they are supposed to. We haven't started work on the interior of the clock tower just yet, but we will soon, hopefully. I plan to eventually do the teacher's quarters, which leads up to the bridge up there, and then down into the actual clock tower itself. So, yeah. In here, we got more hallway. Very beautiful. Made use of the new copper lanterns in here and the copper chains. I feel like they fit the vibe a lot more for the Legacy Castle, which is a lot more warm and inviting as opposed to like Deathly Hallows Hogwarts, which feels more cold and like gothic. Down here we've got a couple hallways. In here we have the girls' bathroom. Made use of the new shelf blocks for crown molding, which is very nice. In here we have the blocked off boys restroom. We got some urinals. We got the big sink in the middle. We have a couple of windows here, a couple more urinals, and then we have the toilets. But also, there is the hidden boiler room back here. So yeah. Moving on to the next area, we have the hallway that leads out to the suspension bridge, which is a vastly different vibe to the other parts of these hallways. Very red, very Gryffindor. This door here leads out into the quad courtyard. It's also getting nighttime, so let me set it back to day. Going back through the door now, we have these really nice arches here, a couple of Gryffindor banners, obviously my custom-made braziers, a couple of statues, nothing great or fancy, just a little bit of detailing, you know, and then of course the suspension bridge, which obviously leads over to the Defense Against the Dark Arts / Astronomy / Dark Tower. There's a bit of a balcony here looking over the Knot Ballroom. That empty area here, and this door, is where the teacher's living quarters is. So we have a ton of room in here to do that. So I'm very excited to get started on that. And here we have the entrance to the Gryffindor common room. Here's the fat lady. And here is Gryffindor common room. So this was a fun build, and I put fun in air quotes because it was kind of a pain in a lot of different places. Number one being the ceiling. The most nonsensical ceiling design I've ever seen in a build, and I'm proud, I guess, that it was me that had to endure doing it. We have these new models of a stack of books. It's completely modular, so you continue to add them and stack them however I'd like. Obviously, there's a ton of places in Hogwarts Legacy where these kinds of long book stacks exist. So I kind of had to make a model for it, otherwise I'd be stuck just using bookshelves, which I don't want to do. We got these big stained glass red windows and a couple of windows up here with a false balcony. The Gryffindor common room itself has sort of a classic castle-like design, with these towers and the banners, and it just looks very regal. So we have all the detailing on the walls. I know there's a lot of green and stuff in here, but if you go look at the tapestries in the Gryffindor common room in Hogwarts Legacy, they have a lot of greenery in them, so I kind of had to add a couple of different colors to it in order to make it seem more accurate. We got a couple of couches and chairs and tables for kids to do their homework at. More couches. Big vanity bookshelves. We got a record player over here. I guess a gramophone. Um, Big fireplace. You see a kid climbing on this the first time you ever set foot in the Gryffindor common room in the game. A few more couches. This is the Daedalian key box, I think. Um, and then a couple more stained glass windows on the other side with more couches and more tables. And in here, behind the clock, we have this room, which has a bunch of just extra chairs and furniture in it. Just another secret room in the game where you can find a chest with some stuff in it. There's a lot of places like that in the Hogwarts Legacy Castle, so, we had to do them. In here, we have, well, this room, the staircase room, I guess you could call it. We have the notice board, another grandfather clock there. Coming up these stairs, we go into the boys side of the dorm. In here, we have a balcony very reminiscent to the scene in Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone if you're American. The Christmas scene in the first film, where Harry sees Ron with the Christmas tree from the balcony. So that is something that was retained between the film and the game. Strangely, though, this is only on the boys' side. So in-game, your dorm is upstairs, which would be this one. We got the dorms actually in the tower. Let me switch to spectator, and you can see that the boys' dorms are indeed in this tower here. The windows don't exactly line up, but that's fine because Hogwarts Legacy does not have clear windows. Coming down here, we have two more sets of boys' dorms. They're pretty much the same with a few different variations. So yeah, nothing too crazy with the dorms. They're a little underwhelming in the game because you don't really have to use them. Um, we have a really nice pattern on the roof with the logs, got a nice chandelier, and of course these stairs lead up to the girls' dorm, and if you're a boy these turn into a ramp, so it's a real pain in the butt. I have to use mods on PC in order to get references at the girls' side of the dorm, but nonetheless, here we are. Now, there's no real dorms being have done here. Um, I just kind of have the general layout of the stairs and stuff and one of the bathrooms completed. But, other than that, I haven't really done anything on the girls' side yet. Um, in here, we have the girls' balcony, which is way bigger than the boys and kind of a better view, I guess. Chandelier kind of gets in the way, but as you can see, it's very it's got a lot of couches, it's got a lot of carpets, it's very warm, very inviting, a lot of books, tons and tons of studying going on up here. So if we go down the stairs here, I had to do the stairs a little differently because I ran out of room. We have one of the girls' bathrooms. They have a couple They have this, and then they have a room downstairs that is like a bunch of bathtubs. So, shout out to the girls. They get treated like fucking way better than the dudes in Hogwarts Legacy, because the boys don't even have a bathroom in their side of the dorm, and the girls have a bathroom and like a bath room. So yeah, as you can see, we don't have the girls' dorms down here completed just yet. I say we, but it's pretty much just me building this. Up here, there's a very big circular dorm for the girls here with a nice dormer window over here, which I, of course, will get to at some point. But for now, that's pretty much Gryffindor Common Room. There's still a little bit of work to be done, but for the most part, I feel pretty happy with how it's come out. I think, I thought this would be a lot harder than it was, and I'm very happy that the president has been kind of set on these builds because I was a little worried that the common rooms would be one of the harder things to do, and I really, really didn't want to fuck them up. But considering this one came out the way it did, I'm pretty confident hopefully the rest of them will come out just as good as well. So, with that all said, I am going to bid you guys adieu. Thank you so much for watching. I know the videos are very sporadic and they don't come out very often, but trust me when I say that when there's an update, like there is today, there will be a video on it. I'm a big slacker, but I want to keep you guys in the loop because, I feel like I wouldn't even be in this situation with building this if it wasn't for all the support and stuff that my other Hogwarts got. I hope that you understand from my point of view why working on the other castle seems a little redundant at this point when I have this giant project here that I still need to finish. Um, so yeah, I am very grateful for the community that we have built, and I hope that when this is eventually to a point where I feel comfortable releasing it to the public, that you guys are as excited for it as you were the other Hogwarts and myself, because I'm stoked. I really want to get this version out to everybody, but I don't want to burn myself out, so it might take some time. So, anyway, if you want this download, check out my Patreon. It directly supports me. Like, genuinely, I don't know what I would do without the support from the patrons. You can get downloads for this, downloads for the other map, resources, behaviors, all that fun stuff. So go check it out if you think it's worth it. I have some stuff on there for sale if you don't want to subscribe monthly. Make sure to download the new updated version of the Deathly Hallows Castle version 5 in the description. I'm going to have it in the title, obviously. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful holiday, and I will see you in the new year. Thank you.